Agricultural runoff and other human-produced pollution are not the only inland threats plaguing sea otters. The discovery of the Toxoplasma gondii parasite in otters has once again challenged conventional scientific wisdom, revealing a surprising connection to a land-based animal.
The work on the parasite Toxoplasma gondii started when ourselves and another group of other scientists were discovering that sea otters were infected with a parasite that normally you'd expect to find in land animals. And the reason that seemed a little bit odd is because the only animals that are known to shed the tough environmentally resistant egg stage of those parasites are cats. Toxoplasma gondii seems to be associated with cats of any species, shed in their feces, makes their way down to the ocean, and then from there can get into sea otters.
As many as 50% of all cats have been infected by Toxoplasma at some point in their lives. Outdoor cats in particular have a much higher risk of exposure due to their ingestion of disease-carrying hosts such as rodents and birds. While symptoms rarely surface for cats, 17% of sea otters die from the brain disease caused by this deadly parasite. Much like other diseases that plague them, Toxoplasma gondii infects sea otters by accumulating in the foods they eat.
We certainly have found that infection is actually much more common than we realized. To put things in perspective, if you're an adult male sea otter living along the coast of California, your chances of being infected with Toxoplasma are roughly about 70%, so pretty darn high for something that is coming from cats. Essentially, once the animal has it, it's probably infected for life, and in some cases, it can probably go through its whole life and survive the infection and do okay, but you can imagine that if it's an animal that then becomes sick for any other reason or is wounded, that this parasite then can essentially reactivate and reinvade and extend its infection throughout the body. So it's kind of a continuing liability for the sea otters.